Hello YouTubers, how you doing? CJ here. I hope you're keeping well. Okay, I'd like to give a big thank you shout out to all my new subscribers. In this past week, my subscribers have gone up. So I'd like to say a big thank you, and I hope that you're enjoying the channel and I hope that you're enjoying the content. I've had many requests, which I am going to do. And I'd like to say a big thank you to everybody who's been with me right from the very beginning. Okay, so I'm going to cut right to the chase now with this video. Let's get straight into it. And I do have a message for somebody, a Mr. Grayson, but I'll give that message at the end of the video. Okay, so we're going to talk about two albums in particular. And this is following from a phone call that I had with my good friend, who I've recently become, friends with. He's a really lovely guy, and I absolutely adore his channel. And his name is Mark, and his channel is 100% Pure Elvis. If you've not checked him out, please do. His reviews on albums, books, CDs, vinyl, DVDs, everything Elvis. It's just so in detail. It's incredible. And I know I've said this a few times now, but he has been a very big inspiration to me. So thank you, my friend, and I look forward to our next chat. Now, he's mentioned me a few times as well in his last previous videos, which was very unexpected. So I really thank you for that. We talked about a particular album called Raised on Rock, which he did a video recently with doing all of the chart positions and so forth of some of Elvis' albums. And that one sort of like came into question. And I thought, I wonder if he knows the background on the release of that here in the UK on vinyl. So when I was on the phone, I asked him if his vinyl was a first UK pressing, which means the vinyl itself is pressed and manufactured here in the UK along with the cover. Now, when he did check his, he said that his was a Dynaflex, which is US or Canada or something like that. So, which I explained to him the history, and I thought, I might do a video on it. And he said that would be good, yes. So, here's the video. But I'm going to start, however, because what happened in 1973 here in the UK was a strike, and it affected the vinyl pressing plants here in the UK. And it started really when this album was being done. Now, it was pretty common, regardless, back in those days, for I've got Come On Everybody, and it's a Dynaflex vinyl, but yet the cover's UK. It wasn't exactly, it wasn't like new or anything like that. It was pretty standard, but you would also find a lot of UK releases. You know what I mean? It happened. It really took into effect when this album started coming out, which is just titled Elvis. However, it's been known by fans everywhere because of this year, the single Fool, and obviously the sticker. So people refer it to as the Fool album. In fact, online when it's listed for sale, sometimes, and I think it was done on the official site as well. It was like Elvis and in brackets, the Fool album. Now, this is a UK first pressing on the with the cover, sleeve, all printed and manufactured here in England. And so is the vinyl, manufactured in England. I don't know how well it's coming up. Oh, no, I haven't got white gloves. Fingerprints. Short preview for the end message. And this is a fantastic album. I love this album. Do I got have I got a favorite album? No, because it's like asking me if I've got a favorite Elvis song. No, I even like the cheesy movie ones. Um, Although there are some that I do cringe at when they come on. But I love everything Elvis recorded. He could sing anything, and he would still sound cool and awesome because he'd make it cool and awesome because he was cool and awesome. Um, Even though he didn't like some of the tracks himself either, he still made them cool. So it started off here. Basically, what happened was that vinyl pressing here in the UK took a bit of a down. Albums were being like covers was being produced and what have you in the UK, but the vinyl pressings was running a little short. So what used to happen was they used to import the vinyls from places like Germany or America, overseas basically, and they would simply put them in the UK sleeves. Now, you can get this. This comes up pretty regularly and so forth, which you can get. But again, there are times when you see it and it's the Dynaflex, but it's in the UK sleeve. Now, this has got the original hype sticker, and I've got one here as well. I like to have some variations here and there. It's I think it's interesting to see them sometimes. So here is again. This is not copyright sticker. Um, so same album. Sleeves okay. It's a little bit worn here, but it's still the UK sleeve cover. However, the vinyl is a Dynaflex. Oh, sorry, white glove, white glove. Oh no, oh no. Dynaflex here. My fingers are touching it. Look, see. Goodness me. I gotta balance this, try not to get prints on it. And whoa. Sorry, I got my got our Lola right next to me. She's a little bit unwell. Lola, wanna come say hi to the camera? So, and that's what they started doing is bringing out the vinyls from other countries and place them in the UK sleeves. Now, by the time Raised on Rock came out, this is an original UK pressing. It's quite rare to get hold of or to find. You can find it, but when you do, you're normally talking in the price range of anything from £80. That's the cheapest I've seen it. One recently went on eBay for it was either £100 or just over £100. I know there's one retailer online when I was looking for it, which was quite a while back now. They were asking £300 for it, and then there was a slightly cheaper one, but I don't think the condition was overly good. But yeah, this is the original UK sleeve, UK vinyl sleeve there. Now, I have shown this before, but I just wanted to do a video just on these two albums to give a bit of a limelight on this album. Am I taking the mic? Or what? Okay, so this is the UK first vinyl pressing. The original UK album release. of Raised on Rock here in the UK. Now, a few of my friends have said, "Oh, I picked this up, for like a couple of quid in a charity shop. Or I picked up for a couple of quid at a record store, a record fair." Do I find that hard to believe? Yes, I do. But if they did, they did. Good on them. What a bargain. I'm not saying that they're not telling me the truth, because what do I know? They might have, and if they have, happy days. Good luck to them. And what a hell of a find. But when I was scouring for this everywhere, and most of the record fairs that come around here in the UK, I do look on the sites. There's an actual group that tell you about all the record fairs that's around the UK. So I do contact sellers and retailers and so forth that are on the records fairs, and just to find out if they've got certain albums, and if so, what the prices are. Not once have I seen this at a record fair. Like I said, it just could have been the time. I mean, I actually haven't really looked a lot for this. I mean, those who said that they found it cheap and they found it at a good price for a couple of quid at a record fair in a charity shop, they said it was a good few years ago or a while ago, which, it could have been the case. I'm not saying that they're lying. Like I said, at the end of the day, good luck to them. I just find it hard to believe due to knowing the history and how this album was here in the UK. I mean, if I ever found another copy of this for a couple of quid, I would sure buy it. Honestly, so happy days. And they're good friends of mine as well on Facebook. So, like I said, I don't disbelieve them. I just find it hard to believe, It's crazy. So this, and I really am glad that I got this. And I'm going to be honest with you, there's a lot of my records, especially the earlier ones, like the HMV ones, I want to give them a shout out. You've heard me mention them in many videos, and that's my brother from another mother, Rossi, 1973. Like I said, we become friends through YouTube and our channels. And within a short space of time, we become brothers. We class each other as family, and I truly love him to bits. This record was no exception. Now this cost me, the record was £80 plus £6 postage. Now I've got a book, like I said in one of my other videos, and I've jotted down everything I've spent. But that'll take a while to go through. It could be for a month of Sundays. And I think it would be quite boring as well, but interesting to some. So I don't know. I was going through the comments because I did say that if people would like me to do that, let me know in the comments. So I'm not gonna do something that nobody wants to hear or be interested in. But this, I've kept my receipt for this. I got this off Discogs. There it is there. There it is there. £86. £86. So yeah, absolutely fantastic. But I keep this with it. You know what I mean? It's I couldn't believe I found one, to be honest. But there wasn't the presence of this now. Normally, if you find it on, even if you find the UK sleeve, I've only ever seen Dynaflex pressings. I found on eBay. I found a French pressing, and I found a Canadian pressing. I have found mainly the US pressing. I only have one copy of it on vinyl. Oh, I tell you another one I found. It did get put out later on in the 80s on the German black label, as we call it, the black and silver label. That went recently on eBay as well. I think that's pretty rare to get hold of too. And if I ever find that, I'd love to get that. I mean, I don't really play this vinyl much due to the background story behind it, and I might just get myself a Dynaflex copy at some point just so I can play, because I do love playing my vinyl. Yeah, there was very, there wasn't many of these vinyls pressed here in the UK, and it has become a collector's item along with many others. But that's basically the story behind it, and I'm guessing that's really what affected the chart position of this album. It was really, difficult to release at the time. So basically, I know this has been like a really quick video, but there really is nothing to it. It's basic and simple, really. I do, however, I have a few requests. Now, Mark at 100% Pure Elvis, he sent me a vinyl, which he mentioned and showed in one of his previous videos just recently. And he mentioned the fact that he sent it to me, and he sure did, and I am grateful, more than I can express. I am truly grateful for it. And I will be showcasing that. But I'm waiting because there are only certain vinyl that I want to collect after Elvis's passing. From Elvis's passing to 1990. I'm not going to collect everything. There's certain things that my dad had in his collection that he handed down to me, and that I had as well. Because after 1977, after Elvis sadly passed, my dad kind of like stopped collecting, and he only collected certain things between when Elvis passed to 1990. So I'm kind of going to do the same, because that's what I grew up with and how things were for me. And so there are only select vinyl I'm going to look for. And I've got Rare Elvis Volume 1. And recently I've just ordered Rare Elvis Volume 2 and Volume 3. When they arrived, the one's already said it's been dispatched. I'm waiting for the other one too as well. So my wife normally tells me when the other one would be dispatched. But Lola, 1 second. Lola, shit, Mummy's here.
I was trying not to let him see me. Oh. No, only because I was going to pop out to the camera.
Want to say hello to the camera? Does she
no, because she can see me now.
This is Lola. Oh yeah, she can see you now. She can see me. She's an absolute mummy's girl. She really is. So yeah, I'm going to be showcasing Always on My Mind when I show the new buys. There's a vinyl as well that I've got on my watch list on eBay that I'm looking to get. And with getting Rare Elvis Volume 2 and 3, there really is only about two albums, and then that's me done. If I do find anything that that maybe I bought growing up type thing, and I see it good price, I'll pick it up. But I'm not going to go especially out there looking for vinyl after I get these last couple that I got to get hold of. Yeah, that's I've come to the end really of my video. But as I said, I do want to give a little message to Mr. Grayson, who keeps leaving me comments about fingerprints on vinyls, and that I'm really rough with vinyls. Number one, I know to handle a vinyl. Secondly, if I want to pay silly money for absolute mint condition vinyls, then yeah, maybe I can understand. But I can't justify paying shreds loads of money. That's right, shreds loads of money to buy them in mint condition. some of these vinyls that I've got cost me enough as it is. And I do have a professional vinyl cleaning kit where you put the record in the machine, it professionally cleans it, and they are then put on a rack to dry before being placed back into the covers and sleeves. Now, my goal was to basically collect all the vinyl I want and then have one day where I put everything in and professionally clean them. I already give them a little bit of a wipe over with this when I get them, and then I clean my needle then with this brush here, to take the dust off and so forth. I know this is only something that's really, basic and simple, but it helps. And as long as my vinyls play all the way through from beginning to end, that's all that matters. Okay, so I'm not going to say your first name, but Mr. Grayson, could you please stop commenting? Because your comments are going to be deleted every time. Okay, I'm not bothered about your opinion. I don't care about your opinion. All right, I'm just putting you down really as one of the kind of people I was talking about in my negative comments video that I did the other day. Okay, I've dealt with trolls like you before, so do yourself a favor and don't bother. Okay, I've already removed your comments, and that's what I'll do every time. You think I don't notice? Believe me, I do. I'm very up on my comments. I keep this channel positive and very upbeat the best way that I can. But I got no time for people like you, alright? So, anyway, to everyone else, I'm sorry if that upset anyone, but, I'm a very big open book, and I'll just say things as it is. I think it's always best to be blunt and honest. Okay, I hope everybody's enjoyed finding out about the Elvis album, or the Fool album, should we say, and Raised on Rock. My next video will be next week, because by then I should have the new albums through, and who knows, I might even find. I'm going out tomorrow. It's still meet up tomorrow, isn't it? Going up to a place called Abergavenny tomorrow here in South Wales, UK, and there's a little independent right now. That's the other thing. I'm very wary about ordering offline. I'm one of these people who really do like to go to the record shops and look at the vinyl for myself before I buy. But, it's not always as easy to do that. But I'm going to Abergavenny tomorrow, and I am going to pop into a vinyl place, a vinyl shop. And I went there before, and I saw Rare Elvis Volume 1, 2, and 3 before, and they were only £10 each. And at the time, I wasn't. This is going back years and years ago when I wasn't collecting vinyl at that particular time. And I walked out of the shop, and I felt gutted. I was still in the back of my mind, should I go in and buy them because it's all 3 volumes. When we got home, I was only explaining to my wife about them, and she said, "Well, why didn't you say we could have went back in?" I'm kind of gutted now. Yeah. And when we went back up there not so long after, they'd gone. And I'd missed a few other opportunities as well. So my mindset now is if you see something and it's affordable, get it. Don't let it pass by because you don't know when you'll see it again. So I found the volume 2 and I got volume 1. In fact, it was Rossi who sent me years ago a big pile of records, and it was in there. So it's given me the motivation, if you want to call it, to get the other 2. So there was recently 2 on eBay that I missed out on, and they've now sold as well. So it was like, and again, they were actually in the distance where I could just jump on a train and go up and pick them up. But I've now found them on a website, Discogs as a matter of fact, and I've just ordered them from there. So I'm looking forward to receiving them. And by the time they come, I might have a few other records of choices. Who knows if I'll pick anything up tomorrow. Yet it'll be my luck now. I'll go up to that record shop tomorrow and I'll find Rare Elvis Volume 2 and Volume 3 for a low price. And I'll be like, why? But there we go. So yeah. Whatever you're all doing, please take care of yourselves. And I hope you keep safe and well. Oh, little message for Curtis Simpkins. As I said on Facebook, my friend, I will do your video. I think it's a good idea, really, to be honest. An interesting video coming up in the next week or so. I was going to do the 2 videos today, but I don't have the time. So I might save that one for Monday and do it Monday for you all. So anyway, it's Friday today here in South Wales, UK. Whatever you're doing this weekend, I hope you all have a good one. Keep safe, keep well, keep rocking. And yeah, look after yourselves. I'll see you again soon. Oh, and don't forget to check out 100% Pure Elvis, because it is an amazing channel.